Yes, Charles Barkley is back. He decided to resurface to defend Drew Brees. Uncle Charles, you really should have kept right on baking them biscuits because we sure did need your opinion on this, but it's the opinion that we should expect. You know, Charles Barkley is just not on code and he ain't going to get on code no matter what. So this is June 5th, 2020 from The Insider. I'm never going to go with the mob. Charles Barkley says outrage over Drew Brees' comments on NFL players protesting during the national anthem was overkill. You always coming out against the Black community is overkill. Okay, that's overkill. And it's overdone and it's redundant. And we're sick of seeing you do it. But see, this country loves the Charles Barkley. See, this is the kind of Black person they will gladly put in front of everybody. You know, somebody that sounds just like them. So we don't expect better when it comes down to Charles Barkley. It is the same thing we have seen all throughout the years with him in his opinion. And don't y'all remember when they gave Charles Barkley his own show on racism? Like he's some expert on that. No, he ain't no expert on that. But one thing he is an expert on, he's a Black man with a white supremacist mindset. He is an expert on that. Perhaps you could have given him one of those shows. He would have felt right at home. But this, nah. Charles Barkley, go back in your hole for real. So Barkley says he thinks people went too far in their criticism of New Orleans Saint quarterback Drew Brees. Brees was called out by figures across the sports world after he said Wednesday in an interview with Yahoo Finance that he would never agree with anyone disrespecting the flag of the United States or our country. Everyone from LeBron James to the NFL players, even some of Brees' teammates, offered their take on why his response was disappointing. They noted that Brees had made the conversation about himself rather than those taking part in the protests, and centered the argument around the flag rather than police brutality, the issue that players were demonstrating against. Yes, and the NFL punished those players, especially Colin Kaepernick. With all of the criticism aimed at Brees, some argued that those calling him out went too far. On TNT's Inside the NBA on Thursday, commentator Charles Barkley said that while he believes Brees' original statement was insensitive, the outrage against his comments have reached the point of overkill. No, if anything, it ain't overkill enough. Drew's original statement, I thought, was insensitive. It was very insensitive, especially during this time, Barkley said. But I thought the negative reaction from every talking head on television and some of his teammates was overkill. No, you put a statement out like that, everybody has the right to respond to it. So what Charles is saying is, yes, his statement was insensitive, but y'all should not have reacted to it. That's bullshit. That has been the problem all the way up until now. You don't want a reaction from the Black community. You want to do all this racist stuff, say these racist things, but you don't want a reaction. And what you are saying is wrong. So what you're saying is Drew Brees, a white guy, has the right to say what he wants, but Black people don't have the right to react to it. You can kiss my Black ass, Charles Barkley, for real. You really seriously can. We have the right to react to anybody that talks negatively about us. and it's never going to change. Okay. Charles Barkley is not the voice of the Black community, nor will he ever be that. He's Black in skin only, and that is the only thing Black about him. His mind is certainly not of a Black man. Okay. I've never heard a bad word about Drew Brees in my life. Of course you didn't. But you'll gladly point out the Black players that you don't agree with. You know, that's the problem I have with you, Charles Barkley. So he's claiming he made a mistake in the statement, but this level of uh, we've got to kill everybody who says something we don't agree with. I'm never going to go with the mob. You're not part of us anyway, Charles Barkley. You ain't been a Black man in probably the last few decades. So we don't relate to you. You don't relate to us. You and Candace Owens and David Clark, y'all all on the same team. Okay. He made a statement. Let me see if I can get this to play.
Intense reaction, including this from LeBron James. Is it still surprising at this point? Sure isn't. You literally still don't understand why Cap was kneeling on one knee. Has absolutely nothing to do with the disrespect of the flag and our soldiers, men and women, who keep our land free. My father-in-law was one of those men who fought as well for this country. I asked him questions about it and thanked him all the time for his commitment. He never found Cap peaceful protest offensive because he and I both know what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. God bless you. After the reaction, Drew Brees issued this apology. I'd like to apologize to my friends, teammates, the city of New Orleans, the Black community, NFL community, and anyone I hurt with my comments yesterday. In speaking with some of you, it breaks my heart to know the pain I've caused. I stand with the Black community in the fight against systemic racial injustice and police brutality, and support the creation of real policy change that will make a difference. I'm sick about the way my comments were perceived yesterday, but I take full responsibility and accountability. I recognize that I should do less talking and more listening. What do you think, Chuck?
Well, it was a very interesting day for me as a guy who's a talking head on television, who's not on television. Drew's original statement, I thought, was insensitive. It was very insensitive, especially during this time. But I thought the negative reaction from every talking head on television and some of his teammates was overkill. I've never heard a bad word about Drew Brees in my life. He made a mistake, but we've gotten to the point in society where everybody on social media thinks they are God, judge, and jury. Drew Brees made a mistake, but I watched very closely today because I wanted to come on TV because I didn't know you were going to answer that question, but just in case you did, hey, Drew Brees was wrong in his initial statement. But the level of vitriol, anger, and things like that, I thought was overkill. Drew Brees, whatever he said, I thought he talked about, hey, the flag means different things to different people. But I thought the way he was portrayed on television and radio today was not fair at all. Drew Brees has done some amazing things.
All right, that's enough for Charles Barkley. You know, Charles Barkley, if there's nothing else we can count on, we can always count on you defending the racists. That's all we can ever get out of you. That's all we ever seen out of you. Man, enough of this. I can't go on. Y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the social, let me say that. It's got me all messed up. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.